Us here today in Nassau ahead of tomorrow's League B Concacaf Nations League match between Trinidad and Tobago and Bahamas. My name is Sean Fuentes. I'm the press officer for the men's national team of Trinidad and Tobago, and to my left is Angus Eve, head coach of the Trinidad and Tobago men's senior team. As I mentioned earlier, we're happy to be here. We arrived this morning from Fort Lauderdale. And before we proceed, I'm just going to welcome Coach Angus and allow him to give an opening remark before we open the floor to questions. Coach, over to you.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon, to the ladies and gentlemen of the press. Really happy to be here. Beautiful country. A little bit I've seen of it. This is my first time. So I hope that I'll leave with some enjoyment after the game.
Not much time to get acclimatized. What is the strategy going into the
To acclimatize, we looked at the weather pattern. It's similar to home at us, Trinidad. Same type of weather, Caribbean weather. So we felt it that we do all our work in Fort Lauderdale. It's just a 35-minute flight down. So we're pretty comfortable with the work that we did for the last 3 days, and really looking forward to the match tomorrow. There's a different team than the one who was here the last time, I can tell you that, and you'll see it when the game plays tomorrow.
I know coaches don't like to do this, but can you tell us strength, weaknesses, where it's at on the field?
Our team? Our team is now gelling. We're in a rebuilding stage, as you realize. We lost, I call it a loss, when we lost when we drew with you guys some years ago. Last year, sorry, in the World Cup qualifying. So we're in a rebuilding stage. It's a young team, so it's a lot of energy, and young by the standpoint of how much games that they would have played for Trinidad. We have some guys who would be making their debuts in this match. So it's just a rebuilding stage, but we're very optimistic. I think it could be about 24, yeah. I haven't done the maths. So that was a question I was not prepared for, but I think when I said young, and I go back to it again, I mean, we could have a 28-year-old, but he's never played, which we do have a 28-year-old, but he's never played for Trinidad before at any level. So, a lot of them will be making their debuts tonight. Well, they played a deep style. When they played us in Trinidad, they sit deep and hope to play on the counter-attack. They're two really good forward-going players. They were very quick. So we don't expect them to play that way, but because they're home, so we expect them to come out and express themselves, because I think the crowd, they try to play a negative style here today. The crowd may be getting on them, their supporters, because they want to see them express themselves. And so we basically prepared for if they're playing on the front foot, or if they play the way that they played against us at home. Usually teams play a little bit different than they play at home. So, we're expecting both different styles. Well, we're in a very good position. We lost our first game. We didn't start right, but we win the next 3 matches. So we're just 1 point behind the team that is leading in Nicaragua. So this game is a must-win game. We see it for us, too, because we want to qualify for the Concacaf Gold Cup straight. So we definitely treating these 2 matches as finals, but just one at a time. So our only focus is on Bahamas.
Any word you want to say to the Trinidad natives here who are in the Bahamas?
Come and support your team, because we probably might be outnumbered. So come and support your team. It's your team. There's a lot to play for. We have Gold Cup qualification, a proper position in the A League, qualifying back for the A. In this rebuilding stage that we're in, we want to get back there as soon as possible so we can be playing against the bigger teams in Concacaf. No disrespect to anybody, but we in CFU. So these games is part of our development going forward, because we need to reestablish ourselves in the Caribbean, because, you know, I heard the Bahamas players and the coach saying that it's a rivalry. And years ago when I was playing, it would not be a rivalry. So we really have some work to do when we are still, no disrespect, but our rivals now with Bahamas, you know.